What is going on, everyone? Tim from Tirfon Orbital. Today is going to be a relatively quick demo video on an install commission that I've completed on an Ocularis. Now, this hilt was designed by Azzy over at Azzy's Workshop, and it was manufactured and distributed by TJ Wells over at Ignition Saber Co, right? So I am not a stranger to this hilt. I was very graciously asked to do a chassis design to be included with this hilt. I was asked by TJ, so I was very grateful for that opportunity. So I've worked with this hilt. I know this hilt inside and out. So this particular install is with one of my chassis that I designed for the hilt. But we've also got some really interesting stuff going on with the outside of this hilt. So this hilt has been weathered and wrapped by Austin over at Astoria Workshop, and we've got a custom glass marble from Noah Drew in this one as well, right? So without further ado, we're gonna jump right into it. Let's come up top and talk about how to use the hilt, and then we'll come back down and do a quick demo. All right, so here it is. This is the Ocularis from Ignition Saber Co. This was grimified by Austin over at Astoria Workshop. Austin also added this cloth wrap on the grip. The hilt has also been battle scarred a little bit. So we've got some notches, some gouges in the hilt. It's a really awesome rendition of this hilt. This hilt is like, you know, I've said this before, it's ripe for modifications, and this is just an awesome a specimen of this hilt, in my opinion, right? So to get to your chassis, you want to unthread this knurled thumb screw. You don't have to take it all the way off, but just loosen it, right? Twist your grip, and the grip comes right off, okay? So here is the chassis. This chassis was designed by yours truly, okay? So we've got our battery tray here. Proffieboard does sit inside of this Proffie holder, and it does kind of slide up underneath that lip, right? Kill switch is along the side here, and that's it, right? We also do have a NeoPixel strip here. There's a 2020 NeoPixel strip in here for some animation. 28mm bass dark side speaker from Smugglers Outpost, and our PCB emitter is from CZ Sabers, right? So once you get your grip off, let me get a battery. Okay, so spring side is your negative. You want to take the flat part of your battery, rest it in that battery tray. So this was already on. If you don't hear anything, hit that kill switch. So I've set up each one of the blade configs on this to do something a little different, right? So with that eye, it's pulsing. And then of course we've got our NeoPixel strip here. This is set up with sub blades. So technically there are 3 blades in this blade config. And then of course we've got our main, right? It's the longest pre-on ever. All right, so once you get your battery in, you want to line up that notch with where your thumb screw is. So this one's, there's not a lot of resistance on this one. I've had a couple of these come across my desk where it's a little tight when putting the grip on, but this one seems okay, right? So you want to slide your grip on, twist it, and then tighten that knurled thumb screw, and you're ready to go. All right, so let's come down to the bottom. So there is that really cool glass eye from Noah Drew. I believe this has a synthetic opal cube in the middle of it, which I think is really cool. Let's see what else we put on here.
I am no Jedi.
One more. All right, let's put a blade in it really quick. Okay, so this is a 1-inch blade holder. You want to take your blade, kind of rest it on those PCB pins, tighten this knurled thumb screw. This serves as your blade retention. And you're ready to go. So if you're looking at these switches, there are 2 brass tactile switches here. The top one is your main, bottom is your aux. This has also been set up with color wheel, right? So to the customer, if you want to change the color of your blade on the fly, you want to hold down aux and tap main. When you hear that cue, you want to rotate the hilt until you find a color you like, and then hit that main again, and you're going to lock that color in place. One more. So I set this up with the usual Proffie font package, and I put a few extras on there, okay? So that's it, right? Nice, simple rundown on the Ocularis from Ignition Saber Company. Again, I'm not a stranger to this hilt. This is an awesome hilt. I have one in my personal collection, of course. It is just it's such a unique hilt, right? So anyhow, to the customer, thank you very much for trusting me with your build. If anyone else has any questions regarding this install, please do not be a stranger. And with that being said, may the force be with you always. Have a good one, everybody.